Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Zach Wilson and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Wilson's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Up the middle with Ekeler. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ekeler now between the tackles. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Here's Wilson. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Browns did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
And And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Watson. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And trouble trying the middle here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Zach Wilson and the offense heading back out. He's been perfect through the air, 9 of 9 so far, including that touchdown on the last drive. As his guys start again, 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He's got it to Hilton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Watson on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson steps away to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and wasn't going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
Chubb. They'll try again with Chubb. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. On the move past the 40. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Allen's got it complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Johnson's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Carson Wentz, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. Caught by Allen. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On is the Chargers punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Gets around him. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. first down throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To throw again on second down, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Nifty move. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 45.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Watson on 3rd down. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Out of the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Hardman on the return. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watson.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Samson Abukum showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. To throw is Watson from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Watson.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now Watson.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now Watson. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. York able to send this one through.
And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor.
Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. He's got Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing now is Wilson. Pass complete, Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Flush to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.